born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, April 16th, 2024, and I am so happy that you can join me this morning here at Forex Smart Trade. We teach people how to currency trade with our simple but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And what I'm going to do this morning is show you one of our dozen different trade strategies, the one I principally trade with. But when we train you, we will make a customized trade plan for you based on your availability to trade and your risk preferences. So with that, we're going to just jump right in and see what we've got available this morning. We need to start by listening to this guy, and then we'll be able to get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trade sessions, and we do them for several reasons. One is for teaching, so that you can see someone who knows what they're doing and follow along their explanation so that you can replicate it. Also to give you confidence in the idea that the indicators work. You know, we come on live and pick trades live, so there's no hanky-panky going on, that you can see the analysis and see that it makes sense and then see that it works. I do 3 live trades a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 and Monday afternoon at 3:30. And then every afternoon around 4:15, I send out a overnight trade setup using a different trade strategy. That'll have maybe a 3-minute video there that shows you how I figured it out for a trade that you can copy. When you become a member, our process isn't one and done. We are going to, although the training goes 17 weeks, we are going to be working with you for a full year. We're there, we're acting as a guide, we're acting as an accountability partner. You get better when you have at anything, when there's accountability involved, and the program's designed to do that. Every morning at 10 a.m. we do a live trade. Most evenings at 10 p.m. we do a live trade. We've got some at 6 p.m. And then it's about that constant training. Every Wednesday evening, we've got a training session. Every Saturday morning, back to the basics, where we're constantly reviewing strategies, taking questions so that you can get better. I work off of a checklist. Checklist helps me stay focused. Every day, good habit, restart your green chart, clears out the memory, picks up any updates. End of every day, good habit to review the trades that didn't go the way you want. In order to get better, you need to see where the mistakes are so that you can fix them. Professional sports players, they're going back, looking at film, looking at things that they can improve. We're the same. We're looking at things you can improve. Last night we didn't find a good trade setup. Although on the overnight trade we took a trade that closed profitably. So hopefully you copied that. We are technical traders. These indicators are predictive and are very good at telling us where the market's going. So if we can figure out where the market's going, we can make some pips and make some money. Now, news also impacts currency prices. So we want to know what news events are happening, when they're happening, so we can kind of try to trade around them. And the best place to find those news items is to go to forexfactory.com, or the place I like to do it is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact. I tend to ignore these, but you can pay attention. And red, which is high impact. These red guys will generally move the market. So we want to know what they are so we can trade around them. And this morning at 8:30, we've got a bunch of Canadian news. Then a little later at 1, Bank of England governor speaks, and at 1, Fed Chairman Powell speaks. So he's going to probably talk about interest rates and how the Fed's not going to change them. So how this impacts things is a function of what people's expectations are, what the market's expectations are versus what he says. The ones where there are published numbers like this, people know what those are. That's already prepared, and they're just getting released at this time. Those who are connected are able to get this information a little sooner. There are some traders out there that will try to trade on the news. We're not one of them. Our indicators work, they're accurate, but news changes everything and adds a lot more variability in it. So this morning, we're not going to trade the Canadian dollar and then just watch out this afternoon because of these other items. So with that, let's just jump right in. One last thing here. The trade I'm going to do is something called the 10-point trade signal. I like to trade off the 1-hour chart. Although this morning, I'll forewarn you, we may trade off of a different hour chart. But first, we're going to go through the 1-hour chart to see if we find something. On the 1-hour chart, I like to be about 30 minutes into it so that the chart has a chance to form. And typically on a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. This is a trade where you have to figure out what the trade is worth. And my sweet spot tends to be 11 pips. If I can get 11 pips 3 times a day, I am doing pretty well. I'm making a very good living. And basically, there are 3 sections of the chart, and I want to have the lines from all 3 line up. So it's either there or it's not, and it's easy to see if it's there or not. So let's go ahead and take a look. The chart I am going to be trading off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. It's a composite chart. In this case, we're showing 6 different currency pairs. They're all US based. And I am going to start with this middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. The horizontal red line is our oversold line. So I am looking for situations where the market's oversold. These lines are below the red line and pointing up, or above this horizontal blue line, which is the overbought line. When the market's overbought, that's a good time to sell. So I want to have the lines up here coming down. So right now we are oversold and the lines are all going down. Now, can I take a trade when we're oversold and the lines are going down? Yes, you can, but it's not part of my trade strategy. We will customize a trade strategy for you. I don't want to get stuck here with a sell trade and the market turns. When the market's down here, there's a higher probability that this is going to change directions and go up. So if we're not oversold and the lines are going up, I don't really have to look at much more, because this is the first test. So if I have this, then I'm going to look up to the TNTs, confirm what I'm seeing here. And then if it confirms, then I'm going to look down to the pressure and see if the pressure is supporting what I'm seeing here. So right now, oversold going down, I'm not interested in that. Euro USD, overbought, but we're not going down. The majors are sideways here. Minors are coming down, but majors are sideways. I want everybody coming down. So not quite ready yet. So we're going to pass. Pound USD, overbought. Minors are coming down. The majors are sideways. What makes the majors sideways here is green lines coming down, red lines going up. I want all the lines going down, so I don't have that yet. Almost, but not. So we don't trade on almosts. We want it there. And there's different strategies in trading, and those strategies are caught by some of our trade strategies. Some people are interested in optimizing the entry. I'm interested in optimizing the direction. I want to get the direction right. I don't care if I lose a pip or two on getting in late. If the direction's right and the move's going that way, I'll take less pips to have the direction right. So actually, as we're talking, you can see, all right, now everybody's going down. So that's the second element. And the third element I'm looking for, and we just barely have it, is I want the red line to have crossed over the black, or crossed over the red, and I want the red line to have crossed over the green, and we don't quite have that here. So 1 oversold, 2 all going down, and 3 I've got that cross, and I don't quite have it here. So we're going to pass. U.S. Canadian dollar, oversold. We touched oversold. Everybody's going up. And I've got the double cross. Green's on top, gray's on top. This is a nice signal. Problem is, we've got news coming on this guy. If we didn't have news coming on this guy, I like this signal. There's good steepness in addition to the 3 points we're looking for. There's good steepness on the green line. I like that the green line has entered the channel. That's a plus. I like that the lines are all clustered. That's a plus. When I jump up to my TNTs, the 2 orange lines are going up. Dotted blue is coming down. When blue comes down, that means buy. So all 3 are telling me, 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. I have sideways pressure here. Green's going up, red's going down. I want both going up. So we don't quite have that yet. Or the green on top, and I don't have that. So we are going to, well, we're passing because of the news. But this by itself, this is what I'm looking for. Dollar Swiss franc, we're more than halfway in the channel, and the majors are kind of sideways. Dollar yen overbought. Minors have turned, but majors are still going up, so I don't have agreement between the majors and minors. So I've cloned this chart, made a second, and on the second, we've got non USD pairs. So euro pound, we're more than halfway. I generally don't take a trade when it's the green line's more than halfway, and we don't have agreement. The miners are sideways. Australian dollar yen, we touched overbought. Everybody's coming down, double cross. The red line's peeking over, the black line's on top. So I've got 3 points here. Good steepness on the green line. So I like this. But I only have 2 of the 4 here. Only 2 of the 4. Only 1 of the 4. The orange lines are going up. So even though I like this, and if I had this, I still wouldn't trade this because it's the middle of the night in both of these markets. I want at least one of these markets. When I'm trading on a 1-hour chart, I want it to be active in one of these markets. If on the overnight trade, you'll see I'm not interested in the time of day, but on the 1-hour chart, I'm interested what time it is where these are. So because I'm expecting the move to happen within 1 to 3 hours, I want one of these to be actively trading. So they're not. So we're going to pass. Euro Canadian dollar, we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we're more than halfway, so that kind of disqualifies it in my book. But also, we've got the time issue here. Pound yen overbought. Minors are coming down, majors are sideways. So we don't quite have them coming down yet. So we're a little premature here. Also, we've been hanging out overbought for 5 hours. I don't like it when we've been hanging out overbought. And so here's clearly a case where, you could have gotten 60 pips when it's overbought, and we had a 60 pip move here. So, you can take a buy when you're overbought, but again, not part of my trade plan. Euro, Australian dollar, overbought, majors still going up, so nothing there. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought, majors are sideways, so nothing there. Euro, New Zealand dollar, we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Pound, New Zealand dollar, majors are sideways. Actually, everybody's kind of sideways. New Zealand dollar, yen. This is a nice signal. Overbought, everybody's coming down, double cross. But again, we've got the time of day thing here, so we're not going to trade it. But all other circumstances the same, this is a nice setup. Everybody overbought, everybody's going down, double cross, great steepness on the line. The lines are clustered, the green line's less than halfway. This is nice. There's going to be a good move here later. New Zealand dollar, USD, we're more than halfway. Euro, Swiss franc, overbought. Majors are sideways. Let's go to our fourth group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, oversold. We don't have agreement. The news is already starting to impact this, because when I was looking a little earlier this morning, all of these were up. Swiss franc, yen, overbought, everybody's going up. Euro yen overbought, majors are sideways. Pound Australian dollar, everybody's sideways. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, more than halfway, so we're going to pass. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. We don't have the double cross, and the majors are sideways still. Green line's coming down, red line is sideways. So we've just gone through 24 pairs, and we did not find a good setup. So we're going to do two things. One, I'm going to use another, we've got a dozen trade strategies. I'm going to switch up and see if we see another trade setup using another strategy. And then two, we're going to go take a look at a trade using a different time frame, because I think I saw one a little earlier. So even though, generally on this trade, I want to trade off of the 1 hour. If there's not a trade on the 1 hour, I'll show you how to take a look and analyze trades that are on a different time chart. So this next trade's a little scalp trade. It's quick, it's simple. You take it when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour. I know right now we've got 9 minutes left in the hour, but we'll real quick check and see if there's a setup. And when it gets to under 5, we can take the trade. This trade is called the thick orange line trade, and it takes a look at what the position of the thick orange line is. The thick orange line is a scaled line. So when it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. And when it's at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the move. Well, if there's no more down in the move, that's a good time to buy. Likewise, when it's as high as it can go, at 10, it thinks there's no more up in the move. So if there's no more up in the move, that's a good time to sell. So we're looking for situations where this number here is either 0 or 10. And you can take this trade off of a 1 hour chart or a 30-minute chart. On a 1 hour chart, it's worth 5 pips. On a 30-minute chart, it's worth 3 pips. So 7 isn't close enough. 3 isn't close enough. 4 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. 3 isn't close enough. 4 isn't close enough. I'm looking for 0 or 10, or within 1 point of either end. 8 isn't close enough. 0, yes. All right, so I've got the 0 I'm looking for. In fact, he's been at 0 for 2 hours. But we don't like to trade off of one piece of information. We'll increase our accuracy if we have a second piece of information that confirms what the first piece of information is telling us. So the confirmation piece here is, what is the red line doing? What's the red line doing? And I want this red line on the major indicator to be underneath the horizontal red line. So right now, what this is telling me is there's more down in the move. This is telling me there's no more down in the move. I'm going to give deference to the major indicator. If this red line is below this red line, then I have condition 1 and 2 that's worth 5 pips. So I don't have it, so I'm going to pass. 2 is not close enough. 8, no. 8, no. 5, no. So nothing there. Looking for 0 or 10. 7, no. 5, no. 9, yes. We're within 1 of 10. But again, look where my red line is. He's in the channel. I want him above the blue line. So this is telling me there's more up. This is telling me, hey, I don't think there's any more up. So, but when both agree, that's a good little trade. So 7, no, no. 9, yes. But where's my red line? My red line's in the middle of the channel, nothing there. So last group, 5, no, 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 no. So, all right, so we've gone through another 24 pairs with nothing. So now let's see if we can find a trade using a different time period. So here's my Euro USD. This is the chart that I take my overnight trade on. And it's got, rather than different currency pairs, I've got all the Euro USD, but here's a 1 hour chart, a 2 hour chart, a 4 hour chart, 8 hour chart, 12 hour chart, a 1 day chart. I can use this same signal on any of these charts. The only difference is it's going to take longer for the trade to execute, and it's going to be worth a different amount of pips. So here, 2-hour chart, we're a little bit more than halfway. Everybody going up. On a 4-hour chart, this is a nice signal. If we had this on the 1-hour chart, we would take it. So it is telling me we're oversold, buy, everybody's going up, good steepness, less than halfway. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So I've got all 4. I've got weak down pressure. What makes the down pressure weak is the slope of the lines and the closeness of the lines. But I do have the green line on top, and the lines are diverging. So this is a point, 3 points, 4 points, 8 points here. This is a nice trade setup. If I look on the 8-hour, nice trade setup, oversold going up. 12-hour, oversold, everybody's going up. Day chart, oversold. I don't have everybody going up yet. But on this, I can trade this. It's just going to take, instead of a trade closing in 1 to 4 hours, this is going to be 4 to 12 hours for this trade to close. So then the question is, what might it be worth? And I am looking at my support and resistance. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And on the 1-hour trade, I want to trade within whatever channel we're in. Since we are taking a trade, considering a trade off of a longer time frame, I want to catch the trade once we get into this channel. So we're going to take a pending trade, and I want it to get above the 1.06349, and then we can ride it right up to probably right in here somewhere. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a buy off of that signal. Hold on. Off of the Euro USD. I'm going to take a buy. So I'm going to go, you can do this in your simulator. In the simulator, off the top of my head, I don't know how to put in I don't remember how to put in a pending trade. But we're going to put in a pending trade this morning. So I'm going to Euro USD. I'm going to click new order. My lot size is a function of how much I have in the account. And this is a demo account that's got 10,800 in here. So I'm going to go to, I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots, and that'd be 1.09. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. I'm going to take double that. So 2.09. So that's going to be 2.18. Instead of market execution, I'm going to go to a pending order. I am going to call it a buy stop. You can kind of think about it as the bus stop. The bus is coming by. When the bus comes by, I'm going to take the order or hop on it. So I want to be above the 109.349, and I want to go maybe 3. I'm going to go 4 pips above this. 4 pips above this line. So 106.38. 106.38, because I don't want to get a peek through. Oops. Let's go back here. 106. Price at 1.06389. So I'm going to tell it where I want to go, and I am going to tell it where I want to get out And I want to get out right about, I'm not going to go right up to the line. I'm going to go, actually, you know what? I'll do it this way. 106.643. So we're going to go to 106. We're going to go to 106.59. 106.59. A little bit shy. Oops, sorry, I keep doing that. 106. 1.0659, and so 106.38 to 106.59. So that's 20 pips. I'm going to use a 2-to-1, so I'm going to take off a 40 pips here. 1.06. So if we take 40 off of that, so I'm going to go to just 106, which is just about 40 pips. Or actually, you know what? Let's go to 105.9. There we go. 105.9. How about 1? So let's just see what that looks like when we put it in. All right. So we took a pending buy. Let's just go back and review. Well, I'll give you the coordinates and then we'll go back and review. So we took a pending buy, which is a buy stop with a take profit. So it's gonna a pending buy with an execution price of 106.389. 106.389 with a take profit. So when it hits that number, 106.389, it's going to execute the trade. It'll make it a market trade. And we've got a take profit of 1.06590, 106.590, and a stop loss of 1.05910. 1.09510. And just to go back and kind of review it, instead of trading off of the 1 hour, so you can see we now have a sell signal on the 1 hour, although we don't have the pressure with us. We changed our strategy. And instead of trading off of a 1 hour chart, we're trading off of a 4 hour chart. Same signal, but it's off a different time chart. So it's going to be worth a different amount of pips, and it's going to take a different amount of time to close. So oversold, everybody's going up. We got the double cross, good steepness on the line. So this is the setup we used. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines going down, green line on top. So 8 points here. We have a confirmation on the 8 hour and the 12 hour, both oversold going up. These by themselves are good trades. So when this starts to move, we're going to get that trade. Then we went and we took a look at where the support and resistance are, and we're in this channel. Normally when I'm trading on the hour chart, I'm going to stay within the channel that the current price is in. But since we're going to trade on the future, I want to get past this stopping point. So once it bumps up into this channel, we're going to take the trade and we're going to ride it up till it gets about here. We're not going to go all the way to the top. So that's about 20 pips. All right, gang. Thank you for joining me. If this trade, what time is it now? If this trade doesn't execute by noontime, I would re-examine what the signal is, and if the signal's not there, just close it out. Close it out before it executes. To close it out, so you can see it's below the line here. To close it out, you just click this little X over here, and it closes it out, or you right-click and go to well, it's not showing me close order, but just click this little X and it closes it out. So again, we took a buy stop with an execution price of 106.389. Take profit of 106.590, so it's 21 pips, and a stop loss of 1.0591, and a stop loss of about 40 pips. All right, gang, thanks so much. We'll see you this afternoon when we do the overnight trade setup. If you want to learn how to trade, best ways to find somebody who's good at it, and we are, and get them to teach you, and we will. And we're so confident that once we've trained you, we're going to let you trade with our money and split what you make. All right, thanks so much. See you. Sorry for going a little over this morning. We will see you this afternoon. Bye-bye.